This is gritty, gritty. This is real. This is our space. Confessions of a creative. Confessions of a creative. Confessions of a creative. Welcome back to Confessions of a Creative. This is where we document the unique journey of creative entrepreneurs. So if this channel resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's get into this. This episode is very special to me because it's the first of many small business spotlights where we talk to a small business founder and creator about their journey and get to know a little bit more about brands we love. So I want to say, without further ado, welcome to Mr. Roland Harewood, who is also a friend of mine. He is the founder and creative director at Risk Culture, as well as Shine and Company. So get your snacks or your drinks ready. Let's listen to this episode.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. I'm glad that you're taking this opportunity to spotlight us hardworking creators. I personally appreciate that. My name is Roland, as you guys would have heard, and I am responsible for wrist culture as well as my newer brand, Shine and Company, which is both our jewelry brands, but Shine and Company is looking to be a bit more high end and I want to create Barbados's first real luxury brand that has a range of products.
Okay, fantastic. So, Shine and Company, what can you tell us, like, what was your inspiration behind this specific brand?
Well, it's funny because I know it seems strange for someone to randomly decide that they want to open a jewelry company, but it's actually been a childhood dream of mine. And it's something that even I didn't believe I could accomplish because of the way the world seemed to work. But, as you get older and given the background I have in marketing and business development for larger companies, I was able to see how easy it could be done. And I decided to take a chance at creating something for Barbadians that we can love, that shows our appreciation for our country, that shows some of the talents, because eventually I want to work with local artisans and have them come under the brand to make beautiful products for y'all. Because my thing about Shining Company is it's about showcasing the talent and quality products, but trying to keep things affordable. So it's like a local luxury, and I'm trying to redefine the brand and the industry in that regard.
Nice. Well, I can speak personally to the fact that the quality is fantastic and it's really beautiful how you're able to take our island's culture as an inspiration for your pieces. And they've been doing really well. People really love them.
Yes, I thank you for that. I'm glad you approve. People do seem to like them, and it's very humbling for me. I'm really proud of what I'm able to accomplish, but it doesn't mean anything if people don't actually like the stuff. So the response has been quite positive, and I thank every single one of my customers for taking the time to find out about the brand, even if they just reach out to ask questions. I like that, so that and it shows that people are interested in learning about the brand and learning about me and asking why I have a lot of Barbados themed pieces and to find out more about what I'm looking to do in the future.
Right. So how do you because you've had various collections and themes, how do you keep, your creative juices flowing, or where do you pull your inspiration from, like, continually?
Well, as you can imagine, being a creative of your own, it can be a bit challenging depending on
Mm,
external factors. But I I take time to focus on what I like. So I'm not trying to create a brand based on what I think other people in other countries might like. I'm thinking about what I, as a Barbadian, want to see. And yes, I do travel and I am inspired by my travels, but nothing is as inspirational as home, no matter where in the world you are. So I
mm,
actually look at the beach and look at how the light hits the water, and sometimes it looks quite silver and shimmery, and it makes me feel like, oh, I can do a design off of that. And then when you look up at the night sky, like one of the upcoming collections I'm trying to design currently is the Into the Heavens collection, which is inspired by the skyscape, and it moves me to know that you can be home and come up with something as beautiful as the international brands do, but that is Barbadian.
Yeah, I love that. I simply love that, and it is very encouraging because like we have the of you're being a creative, but then also being an entrepreneur, and that is a little more ticklish than just being one or the other. um, So when we see brands, local brands that have such a high quality finish, and then a really lovely backstory is very moving, and it definitely will be motivational for other brands or other people who are thinking of creating um, a local product.
I
So
hope so.
yeah, okay, good. Like that, what would be, do you have like any advice for anybody who's thinking about doing anything in the creative sphere, in relating to creating a product or brand, I should say?
Well, I would say give me a call because the reason I say that is I actually have a background in helping people build their brands. And I know how challenging it can be from a business perspective as well as a creative perspective. And sometimes the one thing that people need more than creativity is guidance because it can be overwhelming. So, what you need to do first is think about what you want to do and
Mhm.
then find someone who might be able to help guide you in all of the rudimentary business aspects of it and who can actually even help you refine your idea because as we all know, as a creative, the mind wanders. And sometimes it goes a bit far and it might seem unattainable. And you just need to be able to pull back a bit and shift your focus and intensify because it can be daunting. We all know how overwhelming and daunting it can be when you have all these great ideas and you're not quite sure where to begin. And talking to someone who might not necessarily be a close friend is also a good way to start because your friends do support you because they love you, and sometimes they just don't have the answers. So it's good to reach out. But if we're talking about my experience, what I do is since I'm into jewelry
Mhm.
specifically, I love looking at other brands. I've been buying jewelry for years. I'm inspired by local, regional, and international brands. I actually subscribe to magazines just to look at the ads and see what people are doing. And while I'm not looking to copy anyone's designs, I'm inspired by seeing how far people push the envelope and also that a brand can have some of the most outlandish, custom, one of a kind pieces, but then have more market ready pieces that anyone can enjoy. And that is a lesson that I think a lot of creators can learn from being able to say, yes, I do have these amazing ideas, but then I also have some more, simple ideas that are nice, they're really nice, but more accessible to the everyday person. Because that's really how you keep bread in your mouth, if you will.
Right. Yeah. So basically, also like you touched on, really diving into whatever sphere you're looking to create, well, step into, really diving into like the culture of it. You're looking at your other people who are in that industry. That's really
Mhm.
important, actually,
Yeah.
just to draw reference. Um,
I think so
Pardon?
because it's not about copying, it's
Right.
about learning. You can see what people are doing and you learn from them. And I think it's something that we should promote more of.
Yes, yes, for sure. I so agree with that. Because people have this misconception that you can create in a vacuum, and that is the complete opposite to how creatives uh, operate. Because we
Yeah,
have to draw
organically.
inspiration. Exactly. So would you say, like our last question, would you say that we have any issues, I would say, unique to being from our region where it comes to, I know this is a very loaded question, but can you list one thing that we have here that's different or makes things a little produce in our region, business wise?
If I have to choose simply one thing, because I can tell you a thousand, but the primary challenge I find is always going to be financing. Because we do not have a society of generational wealth, most of us. And starting a business can be expensive depending on what it is you're looking to do. And I'm glad you asked this question because just recently I had a conversation with a gentleman, a younger gentleman. He's around my age. And he told me that he had three ideas on a business, well, businesses that he wanted to launch. And I had to have a firm conversation with him about it. And he said, "You have presented three ideas, two of which cost a lot of money to get started. I would suggest you focus on the idea that requires least upfront capital, but that can generate revenue so that you can save up towards launching the other ideas." I'm not saying that you can't do them. I'm saying that it might not be the first thing you're able to do. For example, I can use a personal account. So Wrist Culture was my first brand. That's 4 years old now. That was pretty inexpensive. I mean, it's beaded bracelets. I can design them and make them and sell them. I used that platform to launch Shine and Company because I was able to generate revenue. The brand was recognizable, and then I got a loan based on the brand. That is what was used to help me start Shine and Company. So you don't have to
Right.
give up on your dreams because it costs a lot. You just have to know, how am I going to approach getting to this financial position where I can do it? And it doesn't work for everyone in the first year. Like I said, it took me 3 years to launch Shine and Company after Risk Culture was started, but I have
Right.
it and I'm doing it. So you might be luckier than me and might be able to get it done in a short space of time. But if you can't get it done, don't give up. Work at ways of acquiring the money that you need and finding lending agencies and business partners that are in keeping with what you are looking to do and understand your unique way of thinking, way of doing. Because while I say finances are one of the biggest challenges any entrepreneur and creative will face when it comes to launching a product or project, sometimes finding the right person or agency to back you is another issue. Because if you start something and they have a lot of their own ideas, which might not work for you, there will be a clash. And then your creativity will be affected as you're going to be upset, you're going to feel pressured. And then the business will suffer because you're not producing. And then it can make the loan a challenge, or if it's a funding partner or benefactor, they might want to pull out from the project because of a disagreement. So I think finding the right partner is a second step towards making sure that you can actually get off the ground without trouble in the short and medium term.
That's extremely solid advice. Excellent. That's so true. Um, I love the mention about aligning your brand with, well, aligning with people who understand the direction of your brand and that you really gel well, because then everything, it'll just be like a ripple effect or a domino effect. Everything will just affect the other thing
Yep.
if they're not, if they can't see your vision and still allow you to have that creative freedom.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's awesome. So I really want to encourage everybody to please check out Shine and Company. I am going to have, and Risk Culture. I'm going to have all of the links to Roland's social media under this video in the description section. I just want to thank you so much, Roland, for joining us for Confessions of a Creative, being our first spotlight.
Thank you
We're
for
very
having
excited.
me.
You're welcome. And I just want to tell all of you guys out there, I am sending you so much love right now. And we will talk soon.
Cheers. Bye.